Call him a narcissist, a self-promoter, an imitator. Adrien Broner's heard it all before.
It's gonna get worse for you haters.
The brash, preening fighter is the latest in a long line of boxing showmen.
This is just the beginning to my stardom.
Adrien Broner, 23 years of age, a 3-division champion. Definitely a superstar in the making.
Now, baby brother, as he calls himself, is the kid who would be king. The presumptive heir to his friend and mentor, Floyd Mayweather.
You know the difference between me and Big Bro? We got that you can't teach. You can't teach it.
All that stands in his way is a ferocious Argentina.
Maidana mauling Lopez. Forget about boxing. He's more interested in brawling.
If Broner signifies one archetype, Marcos Maidana represents another. He goes down, he gets up. Then he gets scary.
Broner está subiendo de categoría ahora. He peleado ya varias peleas duras y él yo creo que va a ser la primera pelea dura para él.
On December 14th in San Antonio, the stoic Maidana will pose questions on behalf of boxing fans everywhere. Is Broner playing a role? Or assuming his rightful place?
I know what I'm going up against. Maidana's a world-class fighter. He punches with concrete. He's hard to beat. I don't even know if I'm gonna win. I'm gonna put it in God's hands. Get the f out of here. I'm gonna beat his mother.
All access.
Damn, man. I got a hell of a life. When you can get up and be like, damn, I want to go here. And in a few hours you're there, that's a hell of a life.
Some fighters consider their promotional obligations a chore. Not Broner. He relishes this opportunity to sell himself. Though only 24, in front of the camera, he's an old pro.
You're fighting a guy, Marcos Maidana, who's made a career out of knocking people out.
It's going to be a crazy fight. Marcos Maidana, he's going to come to fight. He's a knockout artist, but sky's the limit for me.
It's been a great year for Broner, as a prize fighter and a performer. After moving up 2 weight classes to win his 3rd title, he celebrated by going on tour with hip-hop royalty, including T.I., Lil Wayne, and Soulja Boy.
A.B., all Benjamins.
Say this of Broner, he's got no problem enjoying the fruits of his labor.
A lot of people don't even know, man. They look at me now and they're like, oh, they gave it to him, man. Ain't nobody never gave me nothing. They don't know what I went through to get to where I am. My family, they've been putting the boxing gloves on me since I was about 4 years old.
Look at Adrien, boy. Look at that little.
Backyard boxing was a Broner family ritual. In a tough Cincinnati neighborhood, Adrien's father was determined to keep order and provide his sons with an education in hard knocks.
I'm like, come on. Ain't gonna be no more of this fighting in the house. So we came up with that fighting in the yard.
I want a clean fight, fellas.
We got 8 brothers, so they had to learn how to fight.
Adrien, Andre. Can't sit right there.
They put the gloves on me, and they put the gloves on my twin, and me and him was fighting.
Ain't nobody down there. Stop. Stop the fight.
No kids in the neighborhood could beat us. They didn't want to box with us, so we always have to box older and bigger guys.
Defending champion. The defending champion. Adrien.
I'm still the same. As a kid. Come on, you want to box? I'm gonna beat you.
19 years later, at the Mayweather Boxing Club in Las Vegas, Broner is refining his skills under the watchful eye of another pugilistic prodigy.
My name ain't B. I get out beat.
Like Floyd, he loves putting on a show. They share an aptitude for the business of beatdown. Not just the fight, but the flair.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Floyd Mayweather's a big brother to me. He's a mentor. He's somebody I could talk to about anything.
Keep pressing. Every day, Adrien called me and asked me about different things. He wants to become a pay-per-view star.
You know I'm the best.
He has the remedy, but he has to know when to turn it on and when to turn it off.
Floyd, he took boxing to the next level. For me to see that firsthand, it only made me want to try to match what he's done or go past that.
Just 300 miles away, but far removed from the Las Vegas Strip, Oxnard, California is known for the production of two things: strawberries and prize fighters. It's the latter that drew a country boy all the way from a tiny town in Argentina.
Nunca había vivido esto que me estén siguiendo las cámaras todo el tiempo. Es la primera vez, así que por ahí me siento un poco tímido. Me siento contento también porque es una pelea grande. Creo que la pelea más difícil de mi carrera. Tengo que demostrar lo que puedo hacer y...
Ya está al nivel para pelear con cualquiera y le ponen al diablo al frente y va y le pelea igual. Aparte de pegar duro, tiene los huevos y la sangre necesaria para ir a buscar knockout. No lo digo yo, lo demostró en sus peleas. Él se levanta, se cae, se para, nunca se entrega. Eso ya está probado, no hace falta que yo lo diga.
He made his American debut coming off his first loss. Maidana was the designated opponent, fresh meat for a popular fighter being groomed for pay-per-view stardom.
Yo vine como para que Ortiz gane. Me trajeron para que pierda, porque Ortiz era la figurita de aquí.
But here comes the power of Ortiz.
Ortiz put him down in the first round. Everything according to plan. But then, with his very next combination, Maidana knocked the American star to the canvas.
Yo venía mentalmente que no podía perder esa pelea porque si perdía esa pelea me iba al fondo del mar. Pues tenía que volver a empezar mi carrera y todo eso.
As the fight wore on, the shots El Chino took incited something relentless in him. And as Maidana was transformed, so was Ortiz. His face became a quilt of bruises, a bloody crescent over his eye. The fight was stopped in the 6th round.
Bueno, esa pelea fue muy buena para mí porque me abrió todas las puertas acá para yo poder entrar a Estados Unidos como boxeador.
It was a signature win. The more you hurt El Chino, the more dangerous he became. The boxing world took notice.
We knew nothing about him until the day that he beat Victor Ortiz. The way he gets up from a knockdown and still come back to win the fight. We were happy. We enjoyed that fight. It was an awesome fight.
The 4 years since have seen Maidana establish himself against world-class opposition. A title fight with Amir Khan, a decision over Mexican legend Eric Morales, and the knockout of Riverside Rocky, Josecito Lopez. He's experienced his share of memorable battles, but also profound disappointment.
Después de la pelea de Bon Alexander, pensé en retirarme. Pero mi manejador me dijo, mira, te conseguí un entrenador, fue entrenador del año.
His manager contacted me and he told me, that Chino Maidana was actually thinking of retiring. He didn't have the fire anymore, but that he thought the only way to get him excited about fighting was changing his training camp.
Y bueno, me vine así, sin haber hablado antes con Robert y lo conocí cuando llegué acá a Oxnard.
He's a fighter that, 20 years of his career never taught right. So the 2 years that I've been with him, just the little changes, him using his jab a little more, moving his head a little more, and the fact that he just loves to fight. He's not afraid of nobody. I'm Mexican, and that's what I like in a fighter. I like a fighter that has heart and is not scared to get hit. Ese, otra vez.
Lo que me gusta de Robert García que siempre tiene su estrategia.
Para acá primero y luego viene para acá, ¿ok?
Estudia muy bien el rival y sabe cómo entrarle y cómo ganarlo.
Eso, ahí, atrás de los codos, ahí búsquenlas.
Honing Maidana's natural aggressiveness has made him a much improved fighter. The collaboration has yielded 3 straight wins, all knockouts.
Es una oportunidad muy grande para mí, pero no me preocupo porque voy a ganar. Tengo en la mente que voy a ganar. Así que el que tiene que estar preocupado debe ser él.
Fighters never really leave the streets from which they came. Adrien Broner may spend his days jetting around the country, but he always goes back to Cincinnati. This is home.
Say what's up. Sister Ann. I love my kids. They act so much like me. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I still act like a kid. Did he tie your shoe right? Let me see.
He messed it up. Oh my God.
It put a smile on my face just to see them happy and smile. I want them to have a life I didn't have.
We're going to the gym. I don't want to go to the gym.
A few miles from the ballparks and five-star hotels is a side of Cincinnati, Ohio visitors rarely see. In Mount Auburn, fighting is a way of life.
What do you think you guys would be doing if you weren't here in the gym boxing?
A lot of bad things.
Like what?
Like trying to rob people, trying to break the cars.
Oh, come on.
So,
you're joking with me. You would not be doing that.
Probably.
You think?
Probably. If you hang around some of the people like that, you probably will.
At 12, Broner was already regarded as a prodigy at Mount Auburn. But the past informs the present here. And the trainer who first honed Broner's skills remains in his corner today.
Coach Michael Stafford, he's like another father figure to me. He's gonna treat you like one of his children. That's why I respect him. He's the only coach. Go pick up 15 kids from their homes, feed them, bathe them if they need to be bathed, put clothes on their backs.
All the kids that I was able to train, they had the same problems as Adrien, you know, and as coaches, we always looked at them as our kids, so we took care of them. That was the main thing, that we showed them love and a better way of living.
Best trainer in the world, best boxer in the world, best trainer in the world, best boxer in the world.
I am where I am today because of what I went through. Sometimes it takes that one thing to happen in your life for you to realize what you need to do and why you need to do it.
He was destined to go to the Olympics, but he started getting older and making the wrong choices. He got in trouble.
You know, I was out, like I said back then, I was out with the wrong crowd. I went to jail for about 10 months to a year facing a case that could have got me years if I was convicted. I had to see my first son born while I was inside of jail. I didn't get to see the birth.
It was real serious, you know, a robbery, armed robbery. In jail, they don't take you but a minute. You either go down or you grow up, and he grew up a lot in there.
Yeah, it's the ring.
By the grace of God, every charge was acquitted, and I got out. If I was convicted of those charges, I probably wouldn't be here today. I'll probably still be in jail. I don't say I made a 360. I say I made a 720. And I'm not gonna f up this chance that God gave me. You gonna dance? You gonna dance? You gonna sit to her? A lot of people, they don't know what pressure really is. I probably make it look easy. It's tough. If I f up, it hurts everybody. You wanna say what's up? Say what's up, Maidana. My daddy gonna kick your ass. Tell him. Tell him.
Marcos Maidana is a father too. He's got a son and a fiance waiting for him half a world away. But tonight, after a grueling day of training, the most familiar comfort he can find is shooting pool with his cousin.
Viste, acá se juega diferente, boludo. Qué guachazo.
Voy yo.
Bueno, con mi primo Pileta siempre competimos a todo, jugando al pool, jugando al fútbol, nos criamos juntos y siempre estuvimos juntos, así que anduvimos para todos lados. De las primeras peleas que yo hice.
Maidana was already 15 when he first laced up the gloves. That was back in Margarita, a rural farming village of 5,000 in Argentina.
Estaba entrenando chico en el pueblo, yo voy pasando y le dije, ¿puedo entrenar? Y me dijo, sí. Y me vio entrenar y todo, me dice, ¿querés pelear? Y yo le digo, no, pues yo soy menor, le digo, ¿viste? No importa, me dice, puedes pelear igual. Entrené una semana, peleé y gané por nocaut.
Cuando empezó a pelear, veíamos que no perdía, que a medida que se iba enfrentando con rivales más duros, más peleaba, era muy chico, peleaba con tipos más grandes. Hoy me doy cuenta con los años de que él había nacido para esto. Care.
Ganó Pileta.
Metió la blanca. Gané yo, tengo que poner $100 cada uno, él y él, los dos. $100 era el partido. $100 vos también. Por hablar, bro.
Ya pagué, loco. Ya está.
You know, this kid didn't grow up being the richest people in the world. He's got stories that I'm sure he's not proud of. His body shows you that he was one of those kids that was raised in Catholic church, you know. His body's full of tattoos that he made himself.
Tengo un santo. Tengo en la espalda también la cruz, bueno, un rosario. Y otro. El revólver que me lo hice porque me gustan las armas.
Maidana's passion for competition and firearms brings the team to a local gun range to continue their friendly rivalry.
Good money.
44?
Yeah. Esta y Pileta, ¿vos qué más?
6 hour? 223?
And bullets, lots of bullets.
Oh my God.
La máquina, chino.
Pileta le pegó ahí y uno le erró. Malo. Todas le pegué.
El boxeo le dio muchas comodidades que hoy puede disfrutar todo más de lo que antes por ahí lo disfrutaba, ¿no?
Vamos, ahí va. Hay más munición.
Boxing has afforded Broner unforeseen opportunities too. And tonight, on his last night in Cincinnati,
You ready, boy?
he stops by a recording studio to lay down some tracks.
All right, so we running through it right here?
As a fighter, he's the champ. As a rapper, still a dedicated apprentice.
Yeah, let's work. I never gave up. I love music. I've been in music since I was 6 years old. We used to rap as kids. It's only gonna get worse for you haters. And I never stop. You haters only make me better. When I write music, it's like, I just think of situations that I've been through and I express them. It's just another way to release my stress. It's another way to communicate with somebody who don't know me. You can listen to one of my songs and you can understand why I act the way I act. I killed that. I don't know why God gave me all of this talent. One day I will be great at this. I'm still learning. I'm still a sponge, picking up as much as I can. But my last few raps been off the chain.
Some may call them his entourage, but Broner calls them band camp. They are some of his oldest friends. In their company, he's not a superstar. He's just AB. They party in his hotel suite before heading downtown to a club, where Broner, what else, puts on a show.
I don't just go out and fight, I entertain. I come out, I rap, I dance, I put on a show. I love to put on a show. That's what I do. Performing for these fans, putting on shows. It was something that I always dreamed of doing. It gave me this feeling like I'm living my dream and I don't want to go back to broke.
I ain't going back to broke. We lay out Cincinnati. I swear to God, December 14th, I'm gonna knock them up and clean out.
It's 4 a.m. when the party finally ends. In a matter of hours, he'll be on a plane. Broner's got work to do, in a place where he's not nearly so loved.
Let's move.
Here it is, the Danger Zone main event of the evening. Introducing first, ladies and gentlemen, Marcos El Chino Maidana.
El Chino isn't from Mexico, but his is a style fans of Mexican descent have long favored. He'll take a punch or two just to give one. The Hispanic crowd in Texas is all in for Maidana. For Broner, well, not so much.
Some of you love him, some of you hate him, but you know what he does? Just like Floyd Mayweather, he evokes emotions.
When I came out, of course they booed at first. I mean, it's Texas, a lot of Mexicans, but you can't deny talent. At the end of the night, man, they will be cheering for Broner.
La verdad que Broner es un boxeador que le fueron haciendo la carrera. Le regalaron un poco y un poco se lo ganó él.
You can switch trainers all you want.
Puedes cambiar de entrenadores.
You can train a different way. That ain't gonna win you a fight. Skills win you fights.
Yo sé que no es Floyd Mayweather y que todavía no es una estrella. Me tiene que ganar a mí y puede seguir ganando. Para ser estrella todavía no le ganó a nadie.
I don't know if he's faking like he don't understand English, but after I came up December 14th, he's gonna speak English.
De Broner no me importa lo que hace, no me importa. Lo único que me importa es el día de la pelea, qué es lo que va a hacer.
They won't meet again until fight week in San Antonio. But for now, back in Oxnard, Marcos savors the success boxing has brought him.
Yo no pensaba llegar a ser campeón, llegar a vivir del boxeo. Lo hacía porque me gustaba, pero después que tuve un hijo, empecé a tomar las cosas más en serio. Bueno, este tatuaje es mi hijo, fue casi el primero que me hice. No tenía estudio, dije, bueno, esto es lo mío, el boxeo, y tengo que sacarle provecho a esto. Hay 4 horas de diferencia, o sea que allá ahora estarían siendo las 11 de la noche. Así que mi hijo ya está durmiendo y hablo con mi novia. Hace 2 años que estoy con mi novia. Es más, está embarazada ahora, está esperando un hijo, así que estoy contento y estoy esperando volver para ver cómo crece la panza. Hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás, amor?
Bien, ¿vos?
¿Cómo está la panza? ¿Bien?
Sos una superstar. Bien, Sol, sí, mucho calor hoy.
Ojalá que llueva, bro, porque hace falta agua.
Ah, eso sí, tu vaquita. ¿A vos cómo te fue?
Un poco cansado. Ahora me voy a hacer unos masajes y bueno, y después me voy a dormir.
Bueno, dale.
Dale, amor. Besito. Chau,
Te
chau.
amo.
Yo también. Tanto amor.
Meanwhile, 2,000 miles away, Broner begins the final portion of his training, over a mile above sea level in Colorado Springs. He's made his camp here for the last 4 years. The altitude certainly doesn't dim his confidence.
I don't go what Maidana. Easy work. If we was to fight tomorrow, I just hope Maidana's healthy, 100% in shape, on his A game.
See how these boys, they ready to fight, man.
Everybody just look at me like I'm arrogant, I'm cocky. No, I'm very confident. I grinded from nothing. Coming from where I came from, I have to work hard. Even today, everybody's like, all Adrien doing is just partying. But they don't see all this hard work that I do.
Really? Hot one. Oh, yeah.
Broner goes 12 straight rounds. No water, no breaks. His sparring partners mimic Maidana's style.
Oh, yeah.
He taunts them all,
Ain't gonna hit me.
rapping, if you will,
What y'all do yesterday?
the entire time. After all, it's a performance. And Broner, a performance artist.
The boy can't hit me. Can't nobody hit me. I'm a world champion for a reason. Hey, I'ma ask y'all, what it look like? I'm sharp than a mother. Woo! Take that. Bring it back. Bring it back. So we know what y'all here for. You know why? It ain't because they like me. It's because I got talent. So guess what happens when that talent go away? All access go away. Showtime go away. All the interviews go away. But guess what? I'm gonna stay on top for a long time. So you motherfuckers gonna be around.
And everything I ever got, I took or I had to work for it.
If I don't do this in a spectacular way December 14th, I probably won't ever get this chance again. So I gotta make it happen. Yes, sir. Well, one time we get money. Hey, Levi.
Yeah.
What is the motto? What's the motto?
We don't get tired, we get money.
Damn right. Hey. Y'all see, don't nobody work hard as me. A lot of them might work hard. They can say whatever they can say whatever about Adrien Broner. They can say whatever about AB. They can say They can say I didn't put all type of shit on the internet. But one thing they can't say is I don't work hard. Cause I work hard. I work hard. And guess what? December 14th, I'm gonna show y'all a new AB.
As the fight draws near, the tensions rise. Maidana recalls the old slights and insults. The familiar sense that he's being brought in to lose.
Chino. Vos sí. La comí. Pasá, boludo. Tengo un hambre yo. La verdad que es cambiante el tema del boxeo. Que Broner habla mucho. Habla y no sé, vamos a ver si aguanta lo que dice, porque igual me pasó con Víctor Ortiz, que él se creía que era una estrella y yo lo bajé del caballo. Yo siempre callado nomás, voy a hacer mi trabajo. Nunca le falté respeto a mis rivales, pero si me faltan el respeto yo también le falta el respeto. Con este Broner que no me diga nada porque que tengo unas ganas.
I got a lot of people that want to see me lose, but once I get in that ring, everything go away.
I'm a world champion. Get you some. Come on. Yeah.
I go to another world. I don't see nothing but him.
Yo sé que él está favorito acá, pero no me importa. Me he cruzado con los leones.
El todo no pelea con los hombres, ¿verdad?
Para ser estrella todavía no le ganó a nadie. Llevando la vaca se metió con el toro, ¿eh?
Come on.
I really don't get the credit that I deserve.
I gotta convince the world that I am what everybody's saying I am. I know after this fight, I'm going to another level.
On the next All Access, Broner versus Maidana.
Maidana always has that power. The fighter that hits hard has that chance until the last round. I think Maidana knocks him out.
He's never fought Adrien Broner. He ain't never seen a jab like mine, a right hand like mine, or a hook like mine. He can't beat me, and he's not gonna beat me, flat out.
Episode 2, this Friday at 10 on Showtime Extreme. And don't miss Broner versus Maidana, Saturday, December 14th, live on Showtime.